I have so many insecurities. Am I in my right mind to be sharing my insecurities all over the internet? No, I'm not. But the reason why I'm sharing them is that my insecurities don't hold any power over me. Insecurities thrive in secrecy and in limiting the minds they live in. They might come up in social situations where you don't want to be outed that you're not good at doing this one thing, or when you want to try something but you think, oh, someone like me could never do something like that. So how do you cause your insecurities to lose power? You come face to face with them. So let me share with you 3 of my insecurities that don't hold any power over me. My first insecurity is not being good at math or anything related to the STEM field. Growing up, math was never a subject I really struggled in, but after coming to China, oh boy was that brutal. If you didn't know, I did most of middle and high school in China, but the second I started to study math in China, I just couldn't follow along, and that continued throughout middle and high school. It was so bad that during senior year, when we were taking the mock exams for one of the college entrance exams, on the math portion, out of a total of 150 points, I got 2 multiple choice questions correct out of like the whole test sheet, and I was like, how am I ever gonna get into college? But somehow I made it into college, and even after being admitted, I tried to choose a major that didn't need to learn any math. I just distanced myself from math and anything in the STEM field because I knew that I was the worst at it. There came a point when I started thinking about my future career, and I felt like 50% of the world was off limits to me because I wasn't gifted enough, or I thought I wasn't gifted enough to pursue anything that related to math or the STEM field. But me wanting to stomp that belief just somehow dove headfirst into coding, and I spent the majority of my gap year learning about things IT related, NFTs, blockchains, just everything that I didn't imagine myself learning. And I try to take CS classes at my college too. That's a whole different story, but anyway, I ended up sticking through with a discrete math course that was geared towards students in the CS and math departments, and I passed. So coming face to face with that insecurity of being bad at math and science equipped me with so much knowledge about the STEM fields that I was lacking before. And passing that math course proved to me that if I really set my mind to it, then I'm capable of learning that as well. Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not a math whiz, nor am I talented enough to become a software engineer, but it's not one of those insecurities that are in hiding anymore, and it's not something that when I see someone else doing that, I lose confidence and I'm like, oh, they're so lucky, I wish I could do that. Because I've tried it and I know I suck, but I've come to terms with that. And this whole process has given me a much deeper of computer science than I once did before, and more than your average person who doesn't know anything about computer science. The next is my Korean. So I picked up my Korean in a rather conversational environment because there were so many Koreans at the school that I went to in China. So my Korean was 100% fluent, but for some reason I thought that I was only good at conversational Korean and that people would see right through me if I spoke formal Korean that used any type of technical terms. So that's why I started a Korean YouTube channel that explained technical terms. There I was explaining concepts like cookies and NFTs to Koreans in Korean. And most of the comments that I got were really positive, saying how I helped these people understand these difficult topics. And that's when I was like, okay, maybe my Korean isn't as bad as I thought it was. In creating that YouTube channel, I enhanced my Korean vocabulary, and I came to the realization that everything was just in my head. And my last insecurity is my acne. I've never really had like glass skin, but ever since that recent breakout, I had become so insecure about how I looked, especially on camera. But what better way was there to get over that than filming myself erasing all my makeup on camera? When filming that video, you can go watch it over here. My main intention wasn't to get over my insecurity, but coming to terms with how I actually look without all those layers of makeup really helped me accept who I am and to know that, you know, if I look like that, then whatever, I look like that. And I stripped the acne of its power. Now, can I say that the acne doesn't bother me at all? No. Do I wish I didn't have acne? Absolutely. But it's not something that holds me back from filming myself and feeling insecure during every social interaction I have. These are 3 of my insecurities that don't hold any power over me. And do all of my insecurities not hold any power over me? No, absolutely not. I have a numerous amount of insecurities that still holds me back from doing things, but I've learned that once you take on each insecurity, come face to face with them, and either change them or accept them, then you're left with these insecurities that don't hold any power over you, and that in return makes you a more confident person. So if you're insecure about something, come face to face with them and either change them or accept them. With my math and science insecurity, I did both. I changed it, and I also accepted the fact that I'm not talented in those fields. With my Korean one, I changed it, and with my acne one, I just accepted it. So whether you change your insecurities or accept them, it doesn't matter which decision you make, it's always going to be tenfold better than letting them hide and thrive and keep you from doing whatever you want. If you roast yourself, there's nothing else to be roasted. I encourage you and support you in pulling those insecurities out of hiding and getting rid of them one by one. I think that's about it. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end of the video, and this was the end of day 24. See you tomorrow.